good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Justin Tucker all set, and we are set to see the cream of the crop in the AFC as we are underway here with the Ravens and the Chiefs.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Now, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, here's Mahomes.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
The Chiefs had 8-8 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And they'll try and run.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop the team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Take it at the 37. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And complete to Drake London. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run on
first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They go play action with Jackson. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From way up at the 23. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Nelson. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Jackson will keep it. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Ravens 28, Chiefs 13. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson out to his left. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Mahomes to throw once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. They've got his man, complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 82 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Toss left side, Gainwell.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And now here is another interception. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys...
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On first down, it's Nelson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Now, swing pass for Dillon. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A.J. Dillon from 17 yards out. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. They run once more with Dillon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space.
The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. So the interception, that had him set up in golden shape, but no first down comes of it. And in the end, no points come of it.
And Brandon, I tell you, in a sudden change offense, you must capitalize. This is where you can really swing momentum in your favor. But that time, they let him off the hook.
A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Drops this one down to Gainwell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run behind center with Gainwell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
70 yards rushing down for Gainwell. This a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
It's David Ojabo there for the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On third down, it's Gainwell.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through, but in the meat...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and through as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. On second down now, it's Nelson. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken at around the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And now here's another interception.
And the Ravens are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Into the hands of London.
He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Steps away. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was true.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just run the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with the bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding round in the Rams. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits.
No.
Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.
Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed them. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them biblical. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small.
It's Madden NFL 23.
The National Football League has come to Germany. We are underway from